Dottie Peoples is one of the most recognizable voices in gospel music. As a five-time Stellar Award winner, she's enjoyed decades in the spotlight. But it's her life as a caregiver that keeps a song in her heart and the praises flowing. I'm Deborah Tyler Horton, State Director for AARP Georgia, and this is In My Own Words. Dottie Peoples,
Yes.
Songbird of the South. My dear, thank you for welcoming me into your home church. I am so excited to be here with you during this holiday season.
Well, I'm just blessed, and thank you for asking me to be here. I'm telling you, we're going to have a good time today.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Our listeners are going to be blessed today. Well, you know, it is the holiday season. And this is the time of the year that AARP, we want to recognize our caregivers.
Yes.
And so I know you've been a caregiver for quite some time. And I wanted to know if you would share your story with us.
Yes, I am the oldest of 10 kids.
Wow.
My mom and dad had 7 girls and 3 boys. And I can remember my mama saying, I don't know why we got all these girls. But in the end, those 7 girls, well, it's 6 of us living. And when my mom became sick in 2015, we saw the girls jump into action. My sister, Sheila, had just moved from Cincinnati, and her job brought her to Atlanta. And she worked from home, so it was just perfect for her to be there with her computer at the house with Mama in Alabama. So when she came to Atlanta for her rest of her treatments, she ended up staying with me. I changed everything at the house. My master bedroom, I made my sitting room her bedroom.
Okay.
And I had a big sofa in there. So when she really got sick, my sisters would sleep on the sofa. She was never by herself. Always one of us girls were there. So after Mama passed in 2016, I started taking care of my dad, Robert Milton, right now. He just turned 96 on November 3rd.
Wow.
So we've been blessed with him, and he's with me in Atlanta. And it's been fun being a caregiver with him because he has his right mind, and he doesn't really stay like sick. So that's a blessing right there. And then my sister in Alabama, Valerie, when he wants to go back home and just visit with his buddies and stuff, he goes there, and her husband caregive him there in Alabama.
So many times, you know, we hear, you know, with families, a lot of them won't say I'm a caregiver. I'm taking care of mom, or I'm taking care of dad. But the reality is, it is caregiving. And what I love what you just talked about was it takes a team to caregive. So you all are balancing this out. How did you figure that out?
Well, being the oldest, I had to think of something. But like, I can remember at my mom's homegoing, I got up to speak, and I said how my sisters were like, everybody had their role.
Okay.
Sheila knows all the doctors. She knows his medications. So she does that. That's her lane.
Okay.
Then the baby girl who lives here in Atlanta, Tracy, I called her the chef. She does all the cooking and all that. Between me and her, we do the cooking. And my other 2 sisters fly in and out when we need them. Juanita, Alethea. I got so many, I had to remember all these names. They fly in whenever we need them because I'm on the road a lot. So when I have to be on the road, I need somebody that can stay there all night.
Okay.
So we fly in Alethea to stay there.
Dottie,
Yes.
did you know that there are over 1 million
unpaid caregivers here in the state of Georgia?
Wow. No, I didn't.
Just imagine your family, this coordinated effort that you all are doing around caregivers. I want to say to those that are out there that caregiving, to AARP has a wealth of information that's available to them. And if you did not know, please visit www.aarp.org/caregivers. There you'll find so much information for our caregivers to learn about exactly what you talked about. How do you balance caregiving and how do you create ways for family support? So what if you didn't have a sibling? Do you have recommendations on ways that people can engage in getting support, maybe even from their church, when they're caregiving for a loved one?
Well, personally, I've been blessed. God has blessed me with a talent where I make a nice living, and it's enough for me to be able to take care of my dad the way I want to take care of him. And with the support from my sisters and brothers, then that's extra.
Yeah.
But when I go back to what my father has been to us, how he worked, retired from General Motors, never missed a day of work, and then just being who he is makes me want to just do what I can for him. But everybody may not be able to do that. So it would be really, really good for them to go to AARP and find out how they can make ends meet, with trying to take care of their loved one. Because it gets expensive now. Because medicine is expensive. And he's on breathing machine. That guy got so much stuff in my house now. I think I'm the hospital.
Oh goodness!
But his insurance and everything takes care of it. But everybody's not that blessed.
That's right. So we do want to remind people that AARP has a wealth of information, all kinds of resources for our caregivers who are listening today. And if you're not the caregiver, but you know of a caregiver, please share with them the AARP resources and how they can get more information. Now, Dottie, you talked about, we all know that you are the songbird of the South. And blessed to still working, performing. And how do you balance that? Have there been challenges of balancing that and caring for your dad?
Well, the balance hit all of us in 2020. When I sat there in my living room watching CNN, and they said COVID had hit, and every booking we had from January on down was canceled. And I looked at his little bald head, and I said, Lord, how am I going to take care of this man right here? But you know what? God made a way, and he's still making a way. The bookings are still there. Now we're starting to work more, and it's been a blessing. But I had to balance it.
Yes.
I had to, honey, my house looked like Sam's warehouse. I bought everything you could think of. I got paper towel. My sister said, what are you buying all this stuff for? I'm preparing, for what's to come. But God is good, and he'll give you that sense of how to really just balance everything.
So I know you talked about your siblings. It's the holidays. And so that's what we're talking about here today. We want to think about those who've been caregiving all year. And I hope that people take time to stop and thank the caregivers and not just wait for the holiday season. But this is a time when we really could say thank you to those who have taken care of our loved ones. What would you like to say to some of those out there that's caregiving?
Well, first of all, you got to say thank you, because a lot of people devote most of their life to taking care of their loved one, and it's not an easy job doing it. Sometimes I monitor Daddy. I watch. It be maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. Daddy getting up. What you getting up for? But you got to watch him, and so it takes a lot out of you. And I've seen it wear on a lot of people. I'm just blessed. It haven't start making me look older or tired or anything. But a lot of people, it wears on them. But you got to say thank you to them because they've devoted their lives to taking care of their loved one.
Well, hold that thought right there. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about caregivers taking care of themselves.
Yes.
Your aging parents are moving in with you, and you're excited to have them, but you're worried they won't feel comfortable in your home. The good news is that there are a few changes you can make to ease this transition for everyone. Here are 3 must-dos before your parents move in. Start by creating a safe environment. Take a look throughout your home to see where you may need to make adjustments for your parents' needs. For example, you can update your bathroom by adding things like grab bars, a walk-in shower with an adjustable shower head, and a higher toilet. We recommend toilets be between 19 to 21 inches high to make it easier for an older adult or anyone with mobility challenges to get on and off. Adding a toilet seat riser to an existing toilet is also an affordable and quick option. You can also make changes to address any safety issues around their use of the stairs or increase lighting where necessary. When moving in with anyone, privacy can be a concern, so make sure everyone is able to have their own private areas in the home, and respect each other's boundaries in those areas by always knocking first. You can also integrate some of your parents' furniture, photos, and knickknacks into common areas like the living room or dining room to help make the entire house feel like their home too. Reorganize areas to make it easier for your parents to move around the house. For example, in the kitchen, move all the appliances down to the counter and keep cookware on lower or open shelves so they're easier to reach. This way, your parents will have no trouble making their own meals whenever they like. By making just a few of these adjustments, you'll help make your parents safe and comfortable in their new home.
We want to welcome you back. You know, we ended talking about caregivers taking care of themselves. And that's not always easy. And it puts a lot of strain on not just the mental health aspect of taking care of ourselves while taking care of loved ones. Can you share with us how you will go about balancing out that taking care of you? What does it for you, Dottie? What do you do?
Honey, singing, honey. You know, that's what, I can be hurting and I get on stage and nothing bothers me, nothing at all. And I just dwell on just blessing people and singing to people. If the people are hot out there, I'll sing all night. And it just does something mentally and physically for you when you're out there in front of the audience.
So, you know, this is the holiday season and we're here to try to bring some joy to caregivers. Mm-hmm. Is there any special moment or experience that you had during the holiday season and an experience with caregiver?
Well, I'm gonna make it short as I can,
okay.
But I can remember years ago, we had a call from a lady in Detroit, mm-hmm. and she had left a voicemail and said we thought she wanted us to give her some money or something, but she said, all I want is for my baby to meet Dottie when she comes to Detroit. Mm. My husband is terminally ill, and we've exhausted all our money. So for Christmas, all I could do was buy my baby a ticket to her concert because she loves Dottie, and we put it in a shoebox. So when I got to Detroit, going on real past Christmas, I got on stage and I said, where's Annika? And down walked this pretty little girl, long braids, pretty as she could be, and we had a stool on stage and we sat her on the stool. Her favorite song was, He'll Step Right In Just When You Need Him the Most. How do you think a 10-year-old would love a song like that? That was her favorite song. So while I was singing that song, that baby got off the stool and was next to me, pulling on my dress, holding me. And everybody, wasn't a dry eye in the whole theater. And that just touched me more. My band my band don't never cry. They was even crying. It was just that touching to know that we touched that baby's life at a time when her father was terminally ill, and he did eventually pass. But to me, that was a part of my career that I will never, ever forget.
So what's so special about this, and I want to thank you for sharing that story, it's the little things you never know
Yes.
what could make the difference
In
a
a-
caregiver's life. And we
That's
don't
right.
know what people are going through.
Yes.
So during this season of giving, we want to remind individuals, if it's a neighbor, a family member, or a friend, to remember to go by, maybe just
Yes.
say hello, maybe just a thank you or a card or a note, because we cannot do what we do if our loving family members weren't caring for the loved ones for
Yes.
us. Dottie, I want to remind everyone about opportunities and information for caregivers. If they will go to www.aarp.org/caregivers. Now, Dottie, it's the holidays. I know we've been talking about it, and it still can be very challenging for caregivers, for the ones that they're taking care of and for the ones that they've lost.
Yes.
And I know for me personally, I feel so blessed to have my sister who is home with my mother, and my mom is 98 years old.
Oh, that's a blessing.
Back in Brooklyn, New York. And if it wasn't for my sister being there, living there, looking after mom, I know she doesn't consider her a caregiver because this is mom, but she is a caregiver. And I wouldn't be able to be sitting here talking to you or doing the work that I do with AARP if it wasn't for my sister.
Yes.
So as this holiday season, I want to say thank you to Rita, to my sister, for all she does and for all she has done. Not just for my mom right now, but my sister who passed away, she was there. So Dottie, tell me about your sisters. I just love the fact that you have your sisters there to support you during this time too.
Well, I try my best to always show them I love them and I appreciate everything that they do, especially the ones that come in. They don't have to fly in to stay with Dad so that I can go work.
Yes.
And I want to say thank you to Teresa, Valerie, Alethea, Juanita. How many is that? I got.
I love it.
Oh, I don't want to miss. If I miss somebody, I'm gonna be.
You're
in
gonna hear about
trouble.
it later.
Who did I miss? I think I got Sheila. All of them. They really just come to Tibet. When I ask them, I tell them I got to be in Chicago. Then somebody get on the plane. So I want to say thank you to all my sisters also.
So we're saying to all of you, remember those that are taking care of your loved ones. They may not consider themselves a caregiver, but we know that's what they're doing.
Yes.
So please, during this holiday season, remember to say thank you for all you've done. Now, Dottie, we're not finished yet, and I know you're going to perform one of my favorite songs. Can you tell us what inspired that song?
Wow. My sister, one of the 7 girls, she passed, and Tilly was very, very close to me. She really was there for me when I was on the road. She took care of my house, everything. So when she passed, I was the one that spoke at her homegoing, because I said, these preachers don't know nothing about my sister. Let me tell y'all about my sister. And I'll never forget, when I got in the limousine, my bishop wasn't able to be there because he was over in Africa. Okay. So when I got in the limousine, my cell phone rang, and it was him calling me from Africa. And he said, I'm sorry, I wasn't there. He said, but I want you to remember one thing. It's not goodbye, but see you later. And that did something to me. And I went home and I picked up my pen and I just started writing. It's not goodbye, but see you later. And that's how that song became one of the songs on my Do It, and I Got This CD.
And I listened to that song in the car, driving to work. because I lost my sister during COVID. And that song just touches my heart,
Yes.
Dottie. And I know it's going to touch many of your hearts today. So stay tuned, because we're going to give you the gift of Dottie Peoples, the songbird of the South. And she's going to bring you this very special song.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dottie.
Thank you, baby.
This is AARP Policy Now, a quick take on the latest policy issues most affecting older Americans and their families.
Consider this. Family caregivers provide an estimated 36 billion hours of care to aging parents, spouses, other family, and friends. AARP's new 2023 report values this unpaid care at $600 billion.
There are 48 million family caregivers, and 40% of them come from multicultural communities. We need to understand more about what their unique cultural values and what their needs are. So we need more research around that, but more than anything, we need to think about how we can help them.
Family caregivers do many things, including taking people to healthcare appointments, managing medications, preparing meals, paying bills, and quite often performing medical or nursing tasks. 30% of all family caregivers are now caring for 2 generations, often referred to as the sandwich generation, even while still working.
We have a growing need for family caregivers. In 10 years, there are going to be more people who are 65 or older than there are children 18 or younger. So the demands will continue to grow as the population of potential family caregivers shrink. And therefore, it's a public health emergency. We have to prepare for this. We can't wait for 10 years.
Therefore, the demand for alternative solutions in providing care is critical.
Family caregivers need more flexibility, those who are working in particular. They need to have better ways of finding services for the person they're caring for. They need sick leave, paid family leave, caregiver tax credits, and other ways to help them with the financial additional costs that they have in family caregiving. We need to give them a break, respite care. So I consider family caregivers the precious, scarce resource that we really have to do more to support.
To learn more, visit aarp.org/valuing.
AARP Policy Now is produced by the AARP Public Policy Institute.
I keep wondering why you never say goodbye. Don't understand it, no matter how hard I try. There is no answer to the question why. I can't stop the tears because in my heart it will never be goodbye. It's not goodbye. It's not goodbye. But see you later. See you later. It's not goodbye. It's not goodbye. But see you later. See you later. It's not goodbye. It's not goodbye. But see you later. We'll see each other again. We'll see each other again. Listen, I know you're doing fine up there praising God. You and the angels singing and having a good time. Seem like time went so fast. Good times we had will always last. Who would have thought they would be our last? Oh, our last. It's not goodbye. It's other again. We'll see each other again. It's not goodbye, but see you later. It's not goodbye, but see you later. We'll see each other again. We'll see each other again. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Oh, we'll see each other again. We'll see each other again. Yes, we will. We'll see each other again.